I really should probably have a cleaner shirt on, but it's fine, I guess. I feel like I haven't gone live in a very long time. Let's see. Okay, live chat. Welcome to live chat. Wait, what? Okay. What is happening? Hello. Hi, guys. I am in my car. I just got done filming a video. My camera died. So, yeah. I'm here. I feel like God is finally bringing me back on the channel. Just back in workflow. So I'm about to spend time with family. Oh, I guess I'm spending time with family now, but I'm going to Texas next week. I know I've been literally all over the world, which I talked about on my Eat, Pray, Love journey video, but it's coming to an end, I feel. I say that and then watch God's gonna be like, go to Rome. I think I'm gonna go to the UK next month, but I think after that I'm gonna chill for a little bit. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. But I did want to just check in with you guys and see how you're doing. Like, I know I have videos coming out, but I just want to tap in real quick. You know, I kind of vlogging again. Now I'm back on the main channel again. So, hey, from Baltimore. I'm in Baltimore. You know, I know I was just in Minneapolis, but oh no, there's going to be a car accident. I'm parked in a very illegal place. Yikes. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Yay, come to the UK. Yeah, I'm definitely planning on coming to the UK. I want to go to London. I'm trying to line up work. So when I just spent time in Europe, I didn't really, okay, Europe I had plans, but when I was in Paris, I didn't line up work and influencer friends that were there at the same time. I missed them. So when I'm like, okay, next time I go back, I'm going to make sure I have like an itinerary, more of an itinerary than just like finding stuff to do. So I'm trying to line up everything with like work and with influencer friends before going. One influencer friend I'm very, very, very worried about. I don't want to put her name out there just because if something's happened, but I've tried Googling her name. Like, she's verified. So like, I've tried Googling her. I've tried messaging her for the last year and a half. She literally has just disappeared, and I'm scared. I've like DM'd her multiple, like maybe 2 or 3 times. So, but I know she's in the UK, so I'm gonna try again, be like, hey, you know, people go through stuff all the time. You guys know YouTubers, we disappear from the internet sometimes because sometimes real life happens, and I get it, but it's been like a year and a half, so I'm pretty worried. But again, she's in the UK, so I'm gonna reach out. I know Emma Hill, she said let's link when we're out there, or when I'm out there. So it's gonna be good vibes. It's gonna be a good time. I'm excited. And I like winters in London. That's my favorite time of year to go to London. And maybe I want to go to Amsterdam too, because when I was near Amsterdam, my Amsterdam followers like freaked out. They're like, come, I had no idea that I had so many followers in Amsterdam. So I don't know, I'm just trying to like embrace life more. Life's very short, and there's a lot of love. Like, even when I was in Minneapolis, like, I didn't realize how many of you guys were there too. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do with like little meet and greets in all these places. But I'm having a really good time in life right now. Life's really good. So knock on wood. Okay, so definitely check travel guidelines, because London isn't great with COVID cases. That's why I didn't go. So that's why I didn't go when I was in Europe last month. It's crazy. There, it's crazy. Canada is locked down. Still can't go there. My friend was able to go for work, but he had a work visa. Yeah, but other than that, I mean, my vaccination's good. And then, you know, you have to get COVID tests a lot to even go do anything, even if you're vaccinated. So they're pretty open with that. But London, I do remember, was difficult. But my friends in Paris were like, well, because you're coming from Paris, it'll be easy to just go straight into London because it doesn't matter. But if you were coming from like America, then yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to embrace life as well. Taylor, look, y'all have seen so much. Like, I've shared the bad, the good, whatever. But one thing out of everything that I've noticed on my channel, just when I look back through the videos, is how much, I think leaving LA just showed me how much I was so consumed with self. And in my little journey I just went on, I've just realized how much embracing life is important. And I'm thankful in a way that no one had to pass for me to see that. That's a lie. I think this feeling really started when my cousin passed away. He was 19 years old. He was about to be 20 last year. And that kind of made me realize, like, oh, I got to do a lot. But in a negative way, I felt like life was a race after that. I was like, I got to make sure I do everything in case I died. Like, he didn't even make it to 20, which is so sad. It's going to be weird. It's so sad because I'm, like, with his grandma. But that same vibe, like, just embracing life, because it just goes so fast. Like, when I think, like, man, he's been passed away now for a year and a half, I'm like, wow. Now I can look back for the last year and have to be like, I hope I'm making you proud. Like, I'm just embracing life a little more and stop working so much. That's the biggest thing. Stop being a slave to capitalism. That's a big deal. So, yes, come to New York. Okay, can we talk about New York? I'm 3.5 hours now from New York. I'm in Baltimore. So I was thinking about doing like a little day trip, maybe like a little weekend trip when I come back from Texas. I was thinking about maybe just staying up there a week in an Airbnb. I love New York. The issue is I can't really have my car up there. So, which is fine. But I'm like, okay, I'm really starting to plan that. I was like, I get to just take the train up there. I love the East Coast. Being from Texas, from California, you can't just like drive 3 hours and be in a whole different vibe. Like here, I drive an hour and a half, I'm in Philadelphia. I drive an hour, I'm in DC. I can drive 8 hours and be in Ohio. I can drive 5 hours and be in Pittsburgh. I can drive an hour and a half and just be in Pennsylvania. So I think that is the coolest thing. I can go to New Jersey, I can go to Delaware. Like, I think it's so cool. And if I can go south, I can go to Atlanta, I can go to North Carolina, I can go to South Carolina. I've just never lived in a place that had the flexibility to just drive a couple hours. Like, maybe you should just leave at 5 a.m. and be in a whole different major city of America. So I'm definitely wanting to embrace that when I come back at the beginning of next year. I'm trying to tap in with God and make sure I'm going to sign a lease in DC. I found a place to live in DC. I'm apartment hunting in DC this week. But I need to just tap in with God one more time before I sign this lease. And it's funny, I keep praying. I'm like, God, are you sure you want me in DC? Like, is that the plan? And then new news reports come out about LA and just how bad it is there right now. So it's kind of like a confirmation, like, yeah, I'm not ready to go back. My levels of anxiety have been so low since leaving Los Angeles about safety that, I don't want to go back to that kind of like watch your back every turn, because I do watch my back now, but I realize no one else is watching their back like I watch my back. And I realized how paranoid I was about safety when I left, because now I'm like, get in the car, lock the door, look around. Did anyone see me? Is someone about to like, it's wild. It's wild. It's wild. So yeah, I'm in Dallas. Can't change states that easy. Yeah, I stayed in Dallas. Dallas was cool. I think, again, if I ever were to move back to Texas, Dallas would be it. I really like Deep Ellum. I really loved it. So let the Lord lead and guide, direct and order your steps. He will blow your mind. I was having this conversation. I've been like, I know I talk about sex and I know about like, I'm a very expressive person, but I've been really close to God lately, and like daily journaling. I started reading the Bible. That's like a life goal I've always had, and I've never done it, or I've attempted once, but barely. I attempted because of a guy. I've never had a relationship for myself. So I'm in a different space right now, and it's cool. But I was having a conversation the other day about just letting God guide in my life, and how I was literally going to move to Dallas. Like, I was like, I'm moving here. Like, y'all know the story. I'm moving here. 2 weeks later, I was gone in Miami, and then Atlanta, then Baltimore, then Europe. Like, life changed. So definitely not leading my own life. I can't see myself going back to work in the snow. You've got this. What's for you is for you. I've never driven in snow before. So one of my friends is going to teach me how to drive in snow, and my cousin, because I was like, yo, we don't know how to do this. So my cousin got his license, I think 3 months ago, and has been in 4 car accidents. So if anyone's going to need lessons, it's him. Just saying. But I'm very excited. But low key, like, look what I'm wearing. It's hot today. It's almost 70 degrees. Global warming is real. It's not almost, it's 55, but it feels like 65, 70. I put on the AC when I got in the car today. I wore shorts today to Costco. So it's like not snowing. I don't think we're getting a white Christmas in Baltimore. So I don't think I'm missing anything, but hey, like, even this guy walking, this could just be a normal guy walking, but because I'm from LA, or not from LA, but I've lived in LA the last 5 years, I'm like, who's that? What are they doing? Literally walking. I was in Georgetown, which is like a little neighborhood outskirts kind of DC. And yesterday was 9 o'clock and people were walking their dogs on a nightly run. And I looked to my friend and I was like, people are just out at 9 o'clock at night. Like, I couldn't grasp the concept that people feel safe enough to just run at 9 o'clock at night. I was like confused. Hey, from India, come to New York and you'll be driving in snow very often. Yeah, I don't think I want to take my car to New York. That does not sound fun. Hey, where are you going to make the security and financial security to never rely on anyone? I kind of don't get your question. Sorry. I love that I'm living my best life. Okay. I'm trying to read comments. DC is such a fun place. There's always so many things to do there. There are bad people everywhere, though. Crime is inevitable, so don't let this stop you. I definitely know crime is inevitable, but when you live in a place where you're seeing people get robbed at your front door, it's intense. It feels like the trenches, and it's scary. And, you know, my mom grew up in the hood, so she taught me, like, you know, duck if you hear gunshots. Like, my mom's with it. So I'm like, thanks, Mom, for my tips, because I never just thought I'd be in this position, or the position I was. So, okay. Oh gosh, sorry, it's so hard to read. I'm trying to read your guys' comment. Okay, I'm trying to get myself back on track. Just got out of an 18-year relationship. What is that like, to be in a relationship for 18 years? I'm trying to be in a relationship for 18 months. Just kidding. Life's good when you can laugh at yourself. Okay. From Costa Rica, hi Mooncake. Okay, definitely check travel guidance. Oh yeah, we talked about that. Thank you. You went on a cruise last week. How was that? I need to wear lashes. Actually, I found this lash studio by my house today. I might go over there. Be more in the house. I gotta go to Towson today. I saw you on a commercial photo shoot. Congratulations. For who? The last commercial... For who? The last photo shoot I did was for... Last commercial I filmed was for Pretty Little Thing. Last photo shoot I did for someone else was Fashion Nova. So I don't know what you saw, but I would love to know. I love that too. Like, sometimes I'll get DMs of like, hey, is this you? Can we talk about the companies who... Okay, so I talked to my attorney, because there's a lot of like companies that are just, I forgot what they're called, but they're just like quick companies who aren't really businesses, and they just sell ClickFunnels to people and get people to buy stuff. But they keep using my ad for like this arm shapewear, and my attorney's like, literally, you'll be wasting your money, because these companies don't technically like exist. They're from other countries, and there's no like corporation company. So I was like, oh, okay. All right. Shit, I've been with my girlfriend for 23 years. Horrible when you think about it. Wait, I think that's amazing. Maybe I'm just helpless romantic. I was just wondering where you are today. Same energy now because you're on live. I am in Baltimore County. The cruise was amazing. I just like the drinks. Sending love from Uganda. Okay, I want to tell you, you're really inspiring. Thank you. Save the live. Got you. I live in Central VA, which is like an hour and 15 from DC. Would you ever do a meet and greet, a meet up of some sort once you get settled? Yeah, I've actually been working on this like girl group for the DMV area, and I'm just taking my time with it. I'm doing this new thing where I build brick by brick and not try to like throw projects out there. I have a horrible tendency to get good ideas, and I just put them out there, and then I'm not so good with my consistency or upkeep because I didn't build the foundation well enough. But that's changing. I have 2 major projects coming up. One is the girl group for the DMV area, because I realized there just isn't one. So I got inspired by this group from Dallas. If you're in Dallas area, you can look them up. It's called Dallas Girl Boss, or Girl Boss Dallas. I hate the term girl boss. It makes me cringe to my core. It feels like a Ray Dunn saying of the vocabulary. But the vibe is cool. The membership's cool. Everything they do is cool. It brings people together. It's networking. It's inspiring. So I was looking for something like that in the DMV area. And there are some, but they're not, again, consistent. They're not really well put together. They're not packaged like I can see it. So I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to make sure I'm staying here though. So right now I'm building it brick by brick. I've built the site out, and I've built like what being involved would look like. But before I even release that, I just want to make sure I'm staying here, because I would hate to put out something so cool and then not do anything with it. And then the second thing I'm doing is my mentorship program, which I guess I'm comfortable talking about. I briefly maybe mentioned this, but again, every day people are like, what do you do? How do you do it? Or see something I've done and want to know how to do it. So I'm just wanted a hands-on approach where I can week by week, hands-on, hold. Look, you can learn, you can watch all the YouTube videos you want. That's kind of where my channel is going next year too, is just teaching people how to like build a business, how to be an influencer legit, put this out there. I've struggled with it though, because I've tried to tell people, and sometimes people don't really just want to hear it straight up. They want their hand held. So instead of being like, I used to be like, I've tried, I've put out videos, no one wanted to watch them. So instead of doing all that, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to literally hold your hand. Let's do this. I think my TikTok career this year, showed me just a new way to get on. So yeah, I'm just going to do a lot of hand holding next year. It's good for me. I'm very happy about my mentorship program because it's just selfless, and I've been full of self living in LA, and I realized that I felt like I had to be, though. I felt like that was the only way to make it, is I have to be full of myself. But I just realized 5 years of life went by, and when I got out of my bubble and I came here, my grandma's 5 years older, and people passed in the last 5 years, and so I'm very excited to slow down the self a little bit. I still have personal goals, like, don't get me wrong. I definitely, got some collaborations lined up, some modeling gigs lined up for the beginning of next year. So I'm still gonna be me, but I don't need to do it so, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to do it so, like, I can do it a little more humble. Biggest blessing I got from leaving LA, because LA really makes you think that you got to be living. Hold on, where's my glass? This is what LA makes you feel like you got to live like. Hi, I'm Stella Williams, and I'm going to get my $15 coffee and bagel. I'm just going to take a picture and not eat it. Like, that's literally how LA makes you feel. So just being in real life again and humbling yourself is huge. Biggest blessing. I just feel great. HGG. I'm struggling with hot girl goods, and maybe you guys can help me, because I have a vision. I told you guys I had a vision for it to come back, but I really want to go into clothes. So I'm like, oof. And the whole hot girl goods, like that name, hot girl, like, I'm not a hot girl anymore. I mean, I'm Stella, but you know what I mean. I'm not, we just talked about being humble. Sorry, God, I'm back. I'm not living a hot girl lifestyle anymore. So I struggle with that name. I do struggle because that name has been on the reel. It has recognition. It has a following. But that doesn't mean I can't do something else. That doesn't mean I won't get a blessing that could be bigger than that. That doesn't mean I have to hold on to it. If it doesn't align with me, and I started that with someone I'm not even friends with anymore. So it's like a sharp reminder every time I do something with hot girl goods. So yeah, again, I have concepts, but do I want to attach the hot girl goods name? That is what I'm unsure about. Okay, but celibacy isn't like a godly thing. Wait, I'm not celibate. Wait, where did that come from? Are y'all talking about celibacy? Sorry, I have not read the comments. I'm so excited for 2022 content. I am too, because I've just stepped into this whole new role in my personal life, and I just am very excited. If you want to know the content that's going to be coming next year, think like all things Adrian. Like, that was definitely the inspo, and I kind of made it my own. And I'm very excited to step into that produced life. Like, not produced as I'm producing what I'm doing in life, but just stepping up the content, point blank period. I'm very excited for that. And I'm excited for I just want y'all to know who I'm doing collabs with next year, just clothing wise. It's like insane, like blessings on blessings. Okay, clothes with accessories. What's wrong with that? I understand the name change though. Clothes with accessories. My passion is more clothing than accessories. So I feel like it would be just cheaper accessories. Or actually, I say that, yes, but if I were to do just accessories like Hot Girl Goods was, I do have a plan of that. But because I get scared, I haven't really done custom, the kind of jewelry I'm thinking about. It's like a whole new world. And I'm like, do I really want to take on that project when I have the mentorship program coming out, when I have the Girls of DMV thing coming out? So when I start to think about that, that's when I'm like, do I want to learn? Like, is my passion really to make this kind of custom jewelry I'm thinking about? No, I think I should just let someone else have that idea and do what I'm passionate about, which would be more of the clothing. So that's why I don't want to put out, I'm done with the cheap. Like, Hot Girl Goods was just a cheaper avenue, because in my head I had good intentions. In my head, I was like, I want something affordable that is accessible to a lot of people. But I think what ended up happening is I was just contributing to a lot of problems that are in the fashion industry, opposed to helping people that I thought I would. So kind of want to step away from that space. All right, where'd you get this blouse from? This sleeve? Well, first of all, I got makeup on. I didn't realize it until I was filming my video. This is Fashion Nova. I wore this about every day in September. So I was looking at it today. I was like, this is the last time I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna get the makeup spot out and sell it, because I wear this all the time. It's a bodysuit. It's so much fun. It's like my brunch. You can probably see it like 5 times. All right. Okay, Tiffany's taking over Baltimore. Hi. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay, you guys are always talking about girlfriends. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Okay, you can definitely branch off HGG into clothing. I think you should keep it, but if it's the best mentally to separate it, there is. I just feel like there's just so much negativity attached to hot girl goods, right? I lost a best friend over it. Hot girl, like, you have to be careful what you manifest, because I'm over that. Like, I'm like, put a ring on me girl now. So I'm just not there. I was talking to someone about that the other day. I was like, it's just so weird. Like, when they met me, I was literally like, what's that song by Megan? It had just come out. The main one. The main one with Tina Snow and the hair. Wow. Big old freak. When that song came out, like, that's when I had met them. And last night I was with them. I was like, wow, look at where we are now. Like, I'm just not that. It's fun. It's just, I'm having a different kind of fun now. All right. Man's him, Adrian Bailon. Yeah, Cheetah Girls was my life. Yes. Hi, Ellie Joe. Would there be an age limit to your mentor group? I'm turning 19 this month, and I would love... No, I think that... No. It's a very inclusive mentorship. I'm going to talk to you guys about it and, like, what I'm offering, but it's very all-inclusive, and it's going to be... I'll have one-on-one mentorships, but it's really going to be about group mentorship, because I used to take this acting class in LA, and it taught... If anything, it taught me how much you learn from other people and their mistakes and their successes, and when you're watching it in, like, a group experience... I'm talking about, like, my acting class. When you're watching people in front of you do what you're about to do, and they make a mistake, you can fix it for yourself, or you can have an intent and fix it for yourself that you didn't catch before. So I'm taking the inspiration of that and bringing it to the group. And I'm excited. I was scared to put it out. I was going to put it out this month, or November, at the end of November, but I was like, nah, January 1st, when everyone's like had their new goals out and visions. It's all ready to go. The site's almost done. I'm very proud of it. I just have to do the photo shoot left for it. And I wanted it to be blessed. I didn't want it to just be something like, just, again, put together. I told you guys, I'm in a phase of life now of building brick by brick. I struggle too, because, like, I know I've been kind of candid about this, but I'm under so many contracts for stuff I don't really want to work with anymore. And that's all ending at the end of this month. So I'll feel mentally and creatively free. Even though I've had blessings with work, I'm just in a different space. I'm just, like, I have content, literally, I have so much content, even from August, or I would say pretty much when I started in Dallas. I just have so much content. I'm like, this is just not me. So I've chosen to, like, lose out on a lot of company stuff. Like, I had this, like, the one I do regret, that was a sports bra one, but I kind of shot it like my last day of LA, and my house was empty, and I don't want to put stuff out like that anymore. Anyway, so moving on. Do you do shout outs? I mean, I can't. I feel like I need some life advice. Adulting videos, but cool. Yeah, so that's kind of like the phase. So with the Adrian Bailon videos, type videos, and I wanted to do more like adulting videos. There's just so many things I've learned. I feel like we all learn, but I have a platform, so why not use it? I remember people really used to like my videos on my money management, and I realized I would do better with my money management when I would upload videos about money management. So I was like, all right, even for myself, if there's a little self in there, I can make my money management videos again. I used to do this cash spending thing. I would save so much money doing that. My aunt, though, she is a beast, but she used to work at a credit union, and then she was in charge of the International Drug and Narcotic $2 billion a year budget for the State Department, and she's really, really good, like, finances. So I was asking her if maybe she'd be interested in doing some videos with me, just teaching real life stuff. Like, I never even thought I was someone who could buy a home. And my mom was like, well, why not? And then I just started thinking, well, why not? Why can't I buy a home? It scares me. I feel like someone who doesn't, not even deserve, but that's not even like a realm of possibility of me to buy a house. And I was like, why not? So, and I found out the root of that was just fear and not knowing how to do it, not understanding things. So having someone like my aunt who was like in this, it's cool. So I'm like, okay, if I'm going to learn it, I want to learn it with everyone. So she's down to do it. So we're going to do that when I get back from Texas. So yeah. Yeah, and I kind of want to get back on a schedule. I never really had a schedule ever on YouTube. Like, I was never the girl that's like, oh, I'm going to post every Wednesday and Friday or every Friday or whatever. But just having, like, laying out my schedule. I was laying out my schedule for my mentorship program. I was like, I think I should get my videos on schedule too. It would just make a lot more sense in organization to my life. It's never too late to make improvements to your life. But I just get so overwhelmed, and I'm realizing I need an editor. So if any of you guys edit videos, I was talking to my assistant, and I was like, girl, like, we're just so behind, like, blah, blah. I was like, it really is about hiring an editor. And I did interviews like a month and a half ago. I did do interviews, but I didn't feel great about it. There's just a level of trust when you're giving someone raw footage to be like, here's my raw life. Thank you. So if you are an editor, you can email Haley, HAYLEE at StellaWilliams.com. You can email her your resume and any work that you've done, any videos you've edited. You can just edit a video if you want and send it over. Yeah, I definitely need an editor. And I told her, I was like, by January 1st, I have to have an editor on payroll. Like, there's no question about it. I would have so many more videos out for you guys. It's not even about the time to edit, but because I know how many hours it takes to edit a video, I mentally shut down. I'm like, I shut down, and then there are literally videos that will never see the light of day because I'm like, they're so old. But if I just had an editor to be like, okay, I have filmed like this camera. Isn't this crazy? I was filming on this camera. I was like, yeah, this is the first camera I ever bought for YouTube. If I could literally just be like, here, thank you. Thank you. I'd have content out for you guys all the time. So, and I know the goals I have next year. I'm like, no, we're not playing anymore. Put them on payroll. Put them on payroll. My accountant's going to kill me because I still have not finished my payroll. It's okay. My daughter bought her first home at 21 with a job at Payless. You can do it, Stella. That's inspiring. It's not the fact, I know, thank you God, I can afford a home or at least a condo in LA or something like that. But it's the thought process. When you don't grow up in a home that's yours, when you grow up in apartment living, when you were raised in an environment where not a lot of people own homes, you don't think, like, your first thought isn't, oh, I can have that. You have to train yourself to have abundance. You have to train yourself to be like, no, that's for me too. So that's just kind of where I was. I'm telling you, like, literally, I was like, what? Me? What? Like, my first thought shouldn't be, I'm going to go rent. My first thought would be like, I need to buy something somewhere. But that was just something that needed to be trained. I needed to train myself with, because it's just the truth. Like, my aunt, we were somewhere, and her first thought wasn't the best of that option. In my head, I was like, I asked her, not even in my head, I asked her, I was like, why was your first thought not to get the better version? Price not included. The price didn't matter because of the situation. But that's what I like. It was just this open, candid conversation. It's like you can have the better one. So, just the thought. All right, poverty mindset. Yeah, exactly. Poverty mindset. I call it my struggle mindset. I've never referred to it as a poverty mindset, but maybe that's a little bit more accurate. You guys know I just struggled a lot as a kid, and so now I know. That's why I kind of more take charge of my life in the sense of I can be loud and wrong, and I can make mistakes. So I let myself make loud and wrong mistakes quite often on my YouTube channels because I think it's important. Again, what did I just tell you guys? It's so much easier to watch people make mistakes that you don't want to make. Even starting YouTube, I watched YouTubers from like the generation before me make so many mistakes. I was like, I'm never going to do that. And I am sure there's an up and coming YouTuber who's been like, I'm not going to be Stella online. So it's just, yeah, just watching people and doing it. So where is Birkin? Oh my gosh, let's talk about Burke. My poor ass baby. So right now she's at a babysitter. This is another huge issue of why I'm not trying to rush you, God. This is my prayer. I literally wrote about this in my prayer journal this morning. Not trying to rush you, God, but I need a place to live. I don't have a home. So poor Birkin. I miss my baby. I have her still. She's still my kid. I love my child, but I don't physically have her right now. And it's killing me, but when it's killing you, it's like, it's okay. But when it starts to kill her, it's sad. It's like, so as you guys know, when I left Dallas, I was supposed to go to Miami for 1 week, and I took her to a sitter. Well, 1 week turned into me coming up to Baltimore, which turned into me going to Atlanta, which turned me into going to Europe. So she was at the sitter for over a month. And she started having behavioral issues, and she had her period at the same time. So she had to come back home. And I was like, it's okay, Mom. I'm going to be in Texas. You know, can you just watch her for like 4 days? So she got her. My mom's like, Birkin came back so bad. She's just like, she's a terror. She's crazy. I was so nervous. I get back home because I had to pick up my car to drive it to Baltimore. I get back home, and Birkin's like the sweetest dog to me. She's like cuddled up to me. She's good. She's listening. She's very attentive. And I'm like, Mom, like, I know you said she was a terror, but she's being a literal angel right now. Just a freaking good girl. Like, I've never seen her this good. And I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. I missed you, whatever. So my aunt hates dogs. And not only does she hate, I'm staying with my aunt right now. Not only does she hate dogs, but I had Birkin at her house when she was 4 months old. So she was still potty training, like she was still a baby. And I guess Birkin had pooped in her house, and she still doesn't know I know this. and she'll never watch this vlog, but apparently when I had left, they had found like Birkin's poop somewhere. And she was a 4-month-old baby, but they remember her being a 4-month-old baby. They don't remember, they're like, she's 2 now. She's a trained, cute little dog. So my aunt, like, that was like the test. I don't know if you guys know black aunts, but it was like the test. I'm like, okay, we'll see. And then after that, like, it doesn't matter that she was a baby. It doesn't matter to them. It was like, oh no, she pooped in the house, and she still doesn't know. I know that's why she doesn't want Birkin over, but it's okay. So Birkin's at daycare. So she's with this guy right now. He has 4 daughters and a girlfriend. So someone's kind of always home. But Birkin, right before I went to Minneapolis last week, he was like, hey, like, your dog's like really crying at night. She's not really doing well. So that put pressure on me because I knew she was having issues at the other place, but the other place, they didn't have 4 daughters. Oh, and right now she's with a husky. So huskies have a lot of energy. So I was like, this is going to be perfect. You know, she has a dog to play with that has a lot of high energy. Birkin's kind of like I swear she could be a Pisces, even though she's a Libra. She could definitely be hyper if the energy in the room's hyper, or she could be very calm if the energy in the room's very calm. So I was like, with a husky, she's gonna have so much fun. She's gonna, you know, he was like, yeah, I run my dog every day. I'm like, Birkin would love to. He's like, she can keep up. I'm like, she definitely can keep up. Like, this is gonna be good. For whatever reason, it's going south, and I'm very sad. So I'm like, okay, I have 1 week left. So I was supposed to get an Airbnb in DC this week for the main purpose of going to get my dog. But I think she's just gonna have to stay there till Sunday, and I'm kind of nervous about it. Point being, she's at sitters. Like, she's been basically living with sitters for the last couple months, and it makes me very sad because, one, I miss my dog. My dog provides me a lot of emotional support. Me and her have a bond. You guys know Birkin's a little like little bitch. I love her. But she's not a little bitch, but she just has attitude. So I just love my dog, and obviously I like making videos with her and living my life with her. So I need a place to live. I need somewhere where I can be like, this is home. And one of the biggest blessings about living in Dallas was being in an apartment that had a on the 10th floor, there was a dog park. So it was such a great experience because every day, multiple times a day, she got to go upstairs and see friends. And that was so good for her, because even in LA, I could go to the dog park, but that was like an extra trip. This, guaranteed you're going to see friends at least 3 times. I mean, sometimes we'd go up there, there'd be no other dogs, but generally speaking, you're always going to have friends, and they're right upstairs. So I really know, that's what I mean. I've been picking up little like blessings like that throughout my journey. Like, okay, now I know in life I want something like this for my dog, because she did really well with that. It was fun for us, helped her just have calmer energy in the house. There was always dogs to play with, because I felt bad. I was like, I feel like she needs a friend. But if you have a dog park with 1 million dogs right upstairs or downstairs, like, that's the vibe. So I'm looking for a place to live, and I'm like trying not to rush God, but I'm getting very impatient because I feel like I'm not going to sign a lease for my dog. I'm going to be like, I'm going to wait till you tell me where to live. And I feel like God's telling me DC again, which is why I'm going to go apartment hunt and kind of follow that inkling I'm getting. But I just need my dog back. Like, when I come back from Christmas, I don't want to put her with another sitter. I don't. And it's tough for my aunt, because my aunt used to have this house full, and then my cousin passed away, and now it's just her. So I know that she loves to have me here. So I feel like I'm kind of picking between my aunt, who's now has an empty nest because my cousin passed away, versus my dog, who's like my child and is struggling because she's been away from her mom for like 3 months. So I know that was a really long answer, but no one ever asked about Birkin. So any chance someone wants to ask about Birkin, I'll talk about my baby. But she's doing good. She got a parka for when it starts snowing. She got some yeah, she got a little outfit. She got new balls. She got a bark box again. I signed her up for 6 more months. I forgot to do that on Black Friday. Slipped. It's okay. Yeah, Birkin, other than that, is living a good life. I just know that she's really struggling without me. And I don't like that. So, all right. Hey. Hi, Brandy. I'm very proud of you, and I miss you. All right. Where is going to be home? I'm thinking Washington, D.C. I love DC, but it's so gentrified right now. I went there last night. It was very gentrified. I was like, whoa. So I guess there's a movement called Don't Mute DC, which is like talking about original culture from DC kind of being wiped out by gentrification. So I'm intrigued about that. I kind of want to learn more about it so I can talk about it. I logged in late. Don't mean it. Oh, no, you're good. Hey, so your dog's been in foster care. Kinda. I never thought about it like that. I never thought about it like that. That's kind of sad. Yeah. But it didn't start that way. Again, I think it started with her staying a week. But because I ended up leaving her there over a year, a month, I realized like, oh, this is cool. But then I didn't think about the emotional side of it. Favorite place I've been is this place called Fiore, Italy. And it's in the middle of nowhere, but it was over the water. Most beautiful place I've been this year. All right, Pisces. My dog is not a Pisces. Address photoshopping on your Insta and claiming to be body positive. Okay, so I like to enhance my pictures, but photoshopping is in coloring and stuff. Yeah, looks good. I don't know. She missed her mama. Yeah, she does. I completely understand what you're talking about. We went from apartments to a house, and it's definitely different, but it's rewarding. I can't wait to see what your future holds. Thank you so much. I think so too. I think, you know, when people get scared, they're like, okay, home ownership. They're like, home ownership, you're going to be responsible for like pipes, and you're going to be responsible for whatever. I feel like that's like a fear thing, so you don't go buy a home. So I don't know. I think like that's just part of home ownership. And I feel like they have homeowners insurance for that anyway. So yeah, go get the baby. I know, but that's what I'm like, okay, do I spend $1,000 on an Airbnb? Because I'm gonna get her Sunday, and I'm like, it's Tuesday, so I'm like, if we could just hold out a little longer. He actually messaged me an update with her yesterday, and they were on a walk, and she seemed fine. He didn't have anything else to say. Like, the crying thing was last Wednesday, so I haven't heard anything else since. Like, his updates have been good since, so maybe she was just having a moment. But also, I was telling him things to do, and he was like, oh, I want her out of the cage. And I'm like, okay, but her cage is like her comfort zone. So like my dog, I guess it's called crate trained, but like when she goes in her cage and she's very comfortable, like that's like her little safe space. That's how my dog is. So he was like, oh, I don't keep her in the cage when I'm gone, because it feels mean. And I'm like, I told him, I was like, you told me you have daughters and stuff that are there all the time. So her cage, like, I don't think he understood that, because his dog, I guess, isn't crate trained. It's a big husky. I was trying to explain to him, like, it's fine. Like, that's her safe space. Like, if you leave the door open, Birkin will just go in her cage for fun. Like, and she'll lay down. So, I don't know. All right, you look really wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. I started with a condo. There's a much easier transition in getting a whole single family home when you're responsible for everything inside and out. And that's the other thing. I wouldn't want to live there. Like, I realized that traveling this year, I'm able to, I should have been doing this for years. I think traveling this year showed me that I could just go wherever and work from wherever. And when thinking about buying a home, I'd rather buy something like maybe someone can stay in where it makes more sense, like my cousin can live in it or whatever. Or I don't really want to rent it out, but just something that makes more sense for my family. I do have family members who don't really have their own homes. So something like maybe in the Baltimore area where some of my family members who don't own their own or live, you know, properly can have a place to call home and land. I think something like that would make more sense for me, because I can't see myself like settling down into a home right now. Hi from Finland. How's the weight loss journey been? I'm actually surprised no one's asked this yet. Are you worried about loose skin? I had VSG lift and I don't have any loose skin. Don't be worried about it. My starting was 340, now I'm 248. Congratulations on almost 100 pounds weight loss. The weight loss journey has been really, really good. I think the only thing that slowed it up a little bit was my IUD, the progesterone, because they said I wouldn't gain weight. I haven't gained any weight, but it did slow it down for like 2 months. And just this last month, I've started like dropping weight again. But other than that, I think now that I'm like 6-ish months in the progress, I'm very happy, because if you guys remember, I had a lot of regrets when I first got surgery. Not regret of getting the surgery, but it was very hard. But now that I'm 6 months in, I'm very grateful for the tool, and best thing I could have done this year for myself. And it feels good. I feel better. I feel good. Sex is better. Working out's better. Walking upstairs isn't a chore anymore. Mentally, I thought I was going to struggle a little bit more just with the body image. The only thing I struggle with body image is in my head. Like, when I look at myself right now, I still feel 340 pounds. But then, like, I look at my size clothing tag and it's like an 18. And that, like, mentally is, I'm not caught up mentally yet. So that's the only thing I can say that's been kind of annoying, is that negative self-talk. That negative self-talk I have to stop. Like, if I'm in the mirror, yesterday I was bloated. So I was like, oh my gosh, I felt like overnight I just gained like my 90 whatever pounds back. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm back here. But then it's like, you're not, like, you're okay. Because that for me, that kind of self-talk, 1, is not good. 2, it leads to me wanting to like self-sabotage, but I can't, right? I can't just stuffed my face, obviously the surgery I got. So that's the only thing I've really been having to be careful with lately. And I want to shout out my family. I know they don't really watch my vlogs, but just on the off chance they ever watch this vlog, for not being weird about it. I had this conversation when I got surgery about, please do not say I look better. I had this conversation mainly with my mom. I was like, it's not that I look better, I look different. And it kind of echoed to my family, and they've been really, really conscious of not being like, oh my gosh, you look so much better, blah, 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 blah. My grandpa was the only one who pulled me to the side and like was like, you know, you look really healthy, you look really good, like I'm very proud of you. But it wasn't like like, you know, your tias are like, oh my gosh, look at your hips, look at la 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 la. So that's what I mean. I had that conversation from the jump, and I'm really happy they listened, because, you know, sometimes like your aunts and uncles, you can't say, or not your uncles, but really your aunts, you can't say anything. Like, they're grown, they're your, you know, they're your aunts, like you're their niece, they don't care what you got to say. But the fact that they respected that boundary I had set, makes me really, really, really happy. It does make me very happy, even though my cute little grandpa, he literally pulled me to the side, he's so cute. Okay, sex, yes. Ooh, sex, taboo. Okay, having only lost 50 pounds, the body dysmorphia is real. I saw a picture of myself the other day. I was like, wow, I really don't look that bad. That's the conversation. This is why I don't talk about it, because it's like, I don't think you looked bad before. I don't know. I think you just look different. So I don't know. I don't want to diagnose myself with body dysmorphia, but I feel like I have those tendencies for sure. Because I do look in the mirror sometimes, and it was bad. Like, I stopped it early. So when I first started noticing myself, I think it was around like the 50-pound mark. That's when I started, I would hop on the scale in the middle of the day and be like, because in my head, I swore I was 344 pounds. Like, that was my starting weight of surgery day. I would swear it, and I'd be like, no, go like on the scale. It was crazy. But I think just the positive reinforcement to myself has really calmed me down, and honestly stopped focusing so much on the scale has helped me a lot. I remember my only goal I've ever had, people used to ask me like, well, what's your goal weight? What's your goal weight? The only goal I ever had was 299, just to be in the 200s. And I stopped reading the scale every day after that. And I moved to like whenever I had doctor's appointments or whatever. So like, or I just, you know, wanted to check in maybe like every other week. It didn't become a fixture of my life. And that was a few months ago. So not focusing so much on it, and honestly not having the traditional like post VSG diet where I'm essentially keto. I told myself, I told you guys, I was like, my whole goal of this is just to live a normal life and eat balanced, and I've stuck to my word. And the commitment I have to myself and that goal, and watching it now that I've been like, wow, I've been months of commitment to myself that I could eat balanced meals and I could make good decisions for myself. Other than this last weekend, I don't know what, I was in Minneapolis, I was like, whatever. But generally, like, committing something to yourself and then being able to look back and be like, wow, I really stuck to my word, that feels best out of anything. Because I didn't want to be keto. Like, they make you essentially be keto after. I'm like, I'm so done with diet culture, for real. I'm done. And not living in that space anymore. I don't want to be too like high and mighty about it, because, you know, anything can change at any time, but just day-to-day consistency has made me feel a lot better. All right, Stella, is sex better? I know there's children watching, so let's talk about it. I'll talk about it very politely. Much better. Much better. Now, y'all know I was doing everything I wanted to do at 350 pounds. Y'all know I was riding it, I was flexible, I was doing it. But it's so different now, not having like my stomach in the way. Like, I have a stomach still, but it's not like it was. And I remember I think the biggest difference I saw is I was in the bathtub last week, and the bathtub in the house is not as traditional, like a traditional bathtub. It's like a little wider. It's like a jacuzzi tub without the jets, and a little narrower. And I was with someone, and I was like, all right, we're doing this. And you know, like, when I'm a Leo. So like when he'll pop up if he wants to come see me. Anyway, he was like, are we both going to fit in this tub? But he didn't ask that. He asked with his eyes. And I was like, get in the tub. And so I don't know how it worked, couldn't tell you, but we both fit in this bathtub, and I'm trying not to be too graphic. There were things that were happening. The only thing I couldn't do was ride. I did try. It was like almost there. I couldn't do it though. But positions, and he had a conversation with me afterward. He was like very candid. He was like, he was like, I didn't know. He was like, I swore you measured that out because we fit perfectly in there. And I was like, literally 20 pounds ago, I would not have been able to do that. He's like, no offense, probably not. So little things we've noticed just as I've lost weight. So I was riding the other day, and I found a new position to ride in on the bed that I used to swear I would never do. So that was something like, I don't know. And it's cool, like, to have sex while losing weight, because you do realize like how it's different week by week. You're like, whoa, like we would have never tried to do that. We never tried to do that. So it's interesting. And then the one, oh my gosh, I thought about YouTube during sex because I was laughing so hard. There's like, I used to do this list of things I would never do in bed. I was like, these are horrible positions. And I caught myself doing one of them, and I was like, never say never. So yeah, I hope that was a very polite way to answer that question. Is it better now? I mean, it's always been good. You know, surfing on it. Y'all are funny. The whole journey is crazy for real. I look at old YouTube videos I did from the beginning of my journey, and I'm like, oh wow, nope, I really did lose 70 pounds. I look at vlogs, and when I watch vlogs, I see how like my face is so different. My clothing hauls, I notice the biggest difference. And then what blows me is like when I'm wearing shapewear. When I wear shapewear, I look small. Like, I have my favorite shapewear from Impetua, but even like go to my last Instagram post. When I took that picture, I was like, what? And then I have an Instagram post where I'm wearing like a brown hoodie, and I looked at it like, what? Like, so moments like that where I'm wearing some kind of like shape or something, I'm like blown away. I'm like, that doesn't even look like me. Kind of trips me up. We need the list. Oh, the list, it's on my YouTube channel. It's top 10 positions in bed, and top 10 worst positions in bed. I don't know why this is not doing this. Okay. Ooh, do you have a new bed? All right. I stalled for 4 months. Now I'm back to losing. I eat normally. I do my best to eat over 100 grams of protein. Keto ain't it. Look, I stalled for like 2 months. But honestly, I really, even though they said it wouldn't affect it, when my IUD, you know, it takes 3 months to go full in effect. I really think that did, because I haven't gained weight once since surgery, but I was like hovering 270 for like a long time. And then, I don't know, it just started losing again. But I did pass my 3 month a couple weeks ago, and that's when I started the weight loss going again. So I just stayed consistent. And I read about this. I just didn't think like a 2 to 3 month stall was a thing. But again, I wasn't gaining, so I wasn't tripping. And it's hard not to beat yourself up because you're barely eating anything anyway. So it's a mental journey for sure. Okay, I'm playing. So hey, what are you playing about? Oh, we need the list. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm 245. I'm trying to lose weight, this stomach and thighs, but it's hard. My birthday's in February, and I'm going to Puerto Rico. I want to go to Puerto Rico. Okay, you'll be gorgeous whatever weight you're at. I truly believe that. Like, I really like was looking at pictures. You know how at the end of the year you kind of see your year in review? I was like, wow, like, I'm so happy I got to this place mentally, because you hear stories of the opposite. You hear stories of people who've been like, if I lose weight, I'm going to feel like this. And I'm glad I got to that place before losing weight, because now I'm like, I feel like the same person. And you know how people change up after weight loss? I feel like that's because they're not solid with themselves mentally. Because I feel literally like the same person. Like, I see myself different. You know, I have moments where, like, even right now sitting, my stomach not being, like, let me just show you. If I can flip the camera around. So, like, my stomach just kind of being in, like, opposed to it used to sit here. Little stuff like that is where I'm like, I notice little changes, but I don't know. I'm still, that doesn't change who I am. Like, I'm not like, oh, I'm some, like, whatever. I don't know. I feel like people just switch up, but I feel like you just got to be solid with yourself before. So let's see. Is the dick better after weight loss? The dick itself's not better, but you can do more with it. It's just different. But, you know, I think my tips are good for when I was bigger too, so I ain't mad at it. I feel like I've always had good sex, I guess. So I can have your old clothes. I'm working, oh my gosh, so old clothes. That's what I was filming in the car, a Poshmark video. But yeah, I'm definitely sold a lot of my old clothes. I think I mentioned this in the video you're about to see, but I have this horrible habit of still buying 3X clothes from like Fashion Nova. And even more so, when I was doing my photo shoot for Pretty Little Thing, they asked me, they're like, okay, well, what size are you? I'm like, oh, I'm a 22. And they ordered me a size 20, and I freaked out when I got to set. I was like, oh my gosh, and that was too big. So I was like, those little things are still, I said all that to say I have so many 3X clothes that don't fit. I was supposed to do a jean haul for you guys from Fashion Nova, and none of them fit. They're all baggy. So yeah. All right. You had a big fupa before. I did, and that's been the biggest change I've seen. Like, I still have a stomach. I still definitely have a fupa for sure. But it's like, I feel like I used to be able to hold it, and now I can't. Like now on when I'm laying down, it's not flat. Like I don't have abs, but it used to be like in the way. I can like see my feet in my hoo-ha now. If I'm sitting down like this, I can just like see my hoo-ha if I go like that. It's like little things like that are different. Like my stomach not reaching my kneecaps. So little things like that I've definitely noticed. And it feels like, for example, like sometimes like I used to hold my stomach when I would sleep on my side, and like I tried to do that the other day and I literally couldn't. Another thing is water. When I was in the bathtub, I was like able to like hold my stomach a certain way, or like I don't know, and I just couldn't do it anymore. So I just noticed little stuff like that. I used to hold my cups for comfort when I was 100 pounds heavier. Yeah, like it sounds weird. I don't think I've ever said that out loud, but there's like a comfort in it, like especially when you're sleeping. So I don't know. Or yeah. Okay. Hi. The stomach comparison. Yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying. Thank you. It's weird. I think that's just the biggest thing. The first thing I noticed were my boobs, but then my boobs slowed down. But I have like oh, someone asked about loose skin. I do have a lot of loose skin, but I've slowed that down too. And then the waist. When my waist came in, that's when I was like, oh, things are different. And the waist came in like a little bit after I left Dallas. Yeah. I don't know, because I feel like, let's talk about this. Like, I feel like I'm still apple shaped, but I'm also like turning pear shaped, but I have like an apple shaped body. Like my stomach, my fupa, like the way I'm built, I feel as apple shaped, but then I feel like it's not. So I don't know. I guess we could talk about that. I can't seem to throw away my clothes. In the back of my head, I think I may need to wear them in the future. I need your advice. Am I self-sabotaging? I feel like you're manifesting. I don't know if you're sabotaging. I don't think it's negative. But if it's a security thing, I feel like there was security in weight for me, and maybe there's a little for you. I realized as I was losing weight how much I would hide behind my weight in certain areas of my life. So maybe you got a little sprinkle of that. It's something to do some shadow work on and think about it. Okay, what's some advice you can give? I'm so self-conscious. I'm scared to put on a bathing suit. I tell this story all the time, but it did change my life. So the first time I wore a bikini, it was forced upon me. Like I was gonna wear it and I was gonna see how comfortable I was doing it. I was doing a bikini shoot with a friend for her business, and she pulled my pants down in the middle of Santa Monica Boulevard, and I felt so violated. I was so angry that she exposed me like that. But then 5 minutes later, I was walking down I was walking on the beach with just the bikini on in Santa Monica, so with my butt cheeks out. So I hate that I was violated like that, but I'm happy that that kind of like changed the direction of my life, and I was able to wear swimsuits like that. So I think like sometimes, like I told you guys about, oh, I didn't tell you guys. Sorry, there's a video coming out tomorrow about me being like bald, or I was bald and my hair's growing back. People don't care. Like I had this huge bald spot after surgery, and I just was kind of rocking it for a little while, and literally no one stared at it. No, like it was all in my head. Same thing for swimsuits. Usually people just don't care. And we're in a really body positive phase of life right now, so I just feel like go for it. If it's your time, anytime, it's now. Make sure my parking spot's still there. Is your hoo-ha still fat? I feel like that's inappropriate to answer. Hourglass apple to me. That's what I'm feeling, because my stomach is not flat. So I don't know. Are you gonna get skin removal surgery? Yeah, my goal is to do that next summer. I'm very scared about it. It's something that I do think about every time I look in the mirror. I have so much loose skin, but surgery for me, just because of my blood issue, is it's a high risk, but I need it. Like even just walking, like I'll feel like my legs. It's just weird. It's just a weird idea. I'm 160 pounds. I'm afraid to put on a bathing suit. SMH. It's about how you feel about yourself, not what others think. But I feel like what others think has a lot of influence of why people don't do stuff too. So I don't want to discount that. Thank you, Elba. Did you document your weight loss every week or month or through pics to do before and afters, like a year? I feel like that's the blessing of what I do, because you can look back and be like, oh, Stella looked like this however many pounds ago. So I don't do before and after pictures. I actually like got into a verbal thing about this one group that did before and after pictures. I did one before and after picture on my Finsta, just because it was like a picture that popped up from a year ago. It was in November. And I was like, whoa, and I had taken a picture in the gym that morning. So other than that, no, I don't like to do that. Okay, which weight loss procedure do you have? Vertical sleeve gastrectomy, VSG. Oh, sorry, this is what I'm doing. Have you considered lifting weights to tighten loose skin? Yeah, I have, but I haven't. I hit my 3-month mark from my blood transfusion last month, and I started working out. I got a gym membership, and I have started incorporating it, but because I wasn't able to work out for 3 months, I feel like I was behind the curve a little bit. But I don't know how. I think it's because I upped my protein, but I did slow down my loose skin from weight loss. But now I'm noticing it. Like when I lost my boobs first, and my boobs I'm so insecure about now because it's just straight up loose skin. But I've been, again, owning it and rocking it. But I have also been wearing like a lot of dresses that have a lot of support up top, if you just go see my Instagram. So it's a weird place to be in. Like, I'm definitely not perfect every day in my body image, but I do have tools, especially for what I do, to make sure I'm speaking positively into myself, opposed to bashing myself or being like, oh no, there's a new wrinkle. Oh my gosh, the wrinkle thing. Like, my eyes droop down now. They used to, before I had my fox eye procedure last year, they used to like normally be like here. And then when I had fox eye, they were like there. But now they droop down. And that's something that I've been very self-conscious about. I was smiling in the mirror yesterday and I noticed like the line. So I'm trying not to be nitpicky. But I've noticed my face just change with weight loss and just feel like it's fallen a little bit more. I have a lot more like face wrinkles. So I'm just trying not to be nitpicky and just trying to embrace myself and speak positivity in myself. But I just say that to say I have noticed changes. And I took a picture from the back the other day and I noticed like all this loose skin, like from where a back fat roll used to be. So that made me self-conscious. I didn't even send the picture. I was like, oh, so yeah. All right. Thank you. We need a link when you come back to Atlanta. I really like Atlanta and I'm still considering moving there. I just need to push. I found a place in Buckhead I want to live, but someone said, not someone, a lot of people were just saying how bad crime is, that it's like the LA crime right now. I just don't want to go back and live that lifestyle where I'm, again, watching my back every day. Right now, I don't have to do that. Not gonna wood, but I'm enjoying peace of safety. So, currently on a journey to better my lifestyle. I have some good days and bad days. Any advice for bad days? Be gentle with yourself. I feel like when you're on a track, an upward trend of being good, and speaking love and life and changing your life, one bad day feels like it can unravel it all. So I think it's stopping and pausing and realizing like, this is just one bad day. Like on Friday, I had a very, very bad day. I was picking fights with people. I was just irritated. And in my head, I was like, I'm like, just the negative self-talk, like my life's over kind of talks. And then the next day, I tried to talk myself down that night, but the next day I realized like, okay, it's literally a new day. And stay consistent. Just try your best. And then it became easier. And then do things for you that you feel help yourself for the bad days. Like for me, I know I'm like, God, I know I don't feel like praying right now. I know I don't feel like doing this right now, but I'm gonna do it because I don't feel good. That's something I personally do. And then I do feel better. And then life moves on. And then I'm like, that wasn't even a big deal. So be gentle with yourself. Okay. All right. My cousin always said they look looking at your ass and not your stomach. I don't have a guy cousin that's old enough to talk about that, but that's solid. I lost a little weight and my tits got grossly sagging. Okay. They have ripples and my fupa sags a lot and my belly button looks weird. Okay. You look different. My boobs are really, I'm like on YouTube, my boobs. So no, mine definitely, they're very ripply. And that is something I noticed first. Like right now, it's just like, I could just pick up skin. Like it's crazy. But I had to just learn to, it's where I am right now. I love it. It's where I am. All right. Currently on my journey to better my life. Oh yeah, we talked about that. I hope it helped. I have a video for toning and lifting arms and breasts. I'll DM you. Thank you. An Ask Stella segment. Let's do that now. Let's ask Stella. this is why I actually started posting on my YouTube channel again, so I can look back in a year and see the change. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I do like that I can like look. I was watching some of my old videos. Okay, do you guys know Oculus virtual reality? I was in YouTube in virtual reality watching my videos. It was the most amazing experience. But I was like, yeah, like I saw myself in the big screen. Like, whoa, I look different. The shadow work. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of shadow work lately. Like, I literally just disappeared from life. I was like, okay, obviously I need to work on my life. So, okay, the mental hurdles are real. That's what drives everything. Any tips for romanticizing your life? Haley! That's my assistant. Hey, girl. Romanticizing my life. My favorite way to romanticize my life is to take my life slowly. I struggle with the concept of being the main character. I know that's a very popular term this year. It's like be the main character of your own life. But I feel like that could turn into ego very, very quickly. But there was this day in Paris that changed everything. That was not a humble brag. That was just a day in Paris. And I say that because you'll hear the story. And I was walking through a park, a garden with cheese and being a main character moment. And it wasn't driven by ego. But I realized what made that feel so special were a few practices I've had. I stopped listening to a lot of like rap type music. I'm definitely, again, if you were here in the beginning of this live, I'm not on my hot girl shit anymore. I'm a little away from that because I realized it was affecting my real life and how I functioned daily. And I thought this dog walking, it's a big black dog. I thought it was a trash bag blowing in the wind until I saw the owner. Is that my cousin? It might be my cousin. If my cousin's here, I'm gonna go. I think that's my cousin. We'll see if he walks over here. But I just had this moment where I was just like in Paris. I started listening to a lot of like older music, like Duke Ellington, Doris Day type music. And it just calmed my energy down. And I used to have a lot of anxiety. So I just had to pick ways and change habits in my life and discover what would cause me so much anxiety. And I realized like thumping bass and like this word, that bad word, all this like stuff was like cluttering my brain with not only bad thoughts, but distracting me from like romanticizing my life and realizing that life was a gift, genuinely, not just saying it, and functioning as if I'm so grateful to be here. And I realized I used to try to romanticize my life by buying myself things and spending money. So I stopped that. Oh, that is my cousin. All right, I'll take a few more questions. Just joined. What are you weighing now? Right now, I weighed in at 264. Jordy, do you want to vlog? I'm on a vlog. You want to vlog with me? I'm live streaming right now. Would you like? Yeah. All right. My cousin's gonna come in the car. You caught me in a live stream. You want to stream with me? Sorry. Wait, don't sit on my camera. It's expensive. This is Jordan. It's my cousin. How was your day? Let me see your haircut. I told him I can't wait until his hair is like, you're going to be like 21 and they're just going to go and then it's going to be like like a lawyer cut.
Nah, bro. I don't know about that. That's OD. Bro, I ain't eat all day.
Are you hungry? You want to go to lunch?
Yeah.
Well, can we stream for like 7 more minutes? Where do you want to figure out where you want to go to lunch? We'll go. This is what I love too. Leaving LA and being at like my cousin just swooping up. Like these are things I just didn't have in LA. And I think after my sister left, I realized like I just became super depressed because I didn't have family around. Like he doesn't even live here. You live in Pittsburgh for school.
For school.
But it's just nice that you can just like you literally just pulled up. And like sometimes like I just want to go to my Nana's house and it's so nice to be like I'm driving down the street like, oh, my Nana lives on this light. Let me just go say hi. Have you said hi to Nana? Does she know you're here?
She know I left this morning.
Auntie Missy ditched us today. So
she not coming?
No, she flakes all the time. Let me not be messy.
Wow,
okay.
Bro.
You're an auntie, cousin, mama. I'm not a mother. I am a cousin. That's my second cousin.
Take that.
And then I guess I'm Birkin's mom.
Where is that dog, bro?
Birkin's by Dundalk. But she said I could bring her for one day so we could take her to the dog park.
What day you gonna bring her up?
I don't know. She said I had one day with her. She wanted me to do it while she was gone, but then I ended up going to Minneapolis. You need to be close to family. I think so too. Hey, everyone say hey, Jordan.
Yeah.
Yerp. This is one more thing I learned. Yerp. Oh, you know what else I learned?
What?
Something shorty. Yo, something all that shorty.
Bro, what are you talking about? Like, what?
Hold on. It was. Wait, say what you would say if you were to say shorty. Like, hey.
What's up,
Or no.
shorty?
Oh, this is when I learned. You ready? Fuck's you talking about, dummy?
Wow. You know what dummy is?
No.
Dummy is like another way of saying yo.
Oh, no, yeah, that's what yeah. And I was like, why y'all calling each other dummy? But I learned it. Fuck you talking about, dummy?
Like, what are you talking
What
about?
are you talking about,
You're not
dummy?
even making sense, my nigga. What are you talking about?
Yeah, okay. So,
Bro, why is he's practicing his golf stroke. Like, bro, what is wrong with people out here?
I was just talking about that on the live stream. I was like, I was in Georgetown last night. It was 9 o'clock at night. People freely just running, walking their dog like they're not going to get robbed. I mean, it's Georgetown. You're not going to get robbed. But think about the freedom. Like, this guy is literally at the end of his life just golfing. Not even golfing. He's just, wow. There's a freedom in that.
I guess.
There's a freedom in that. Okay. Oh, she's talking about our Be More language. Yo, I'm really trying to learn. I learned how to dap up too. Ready? Hold on. I've been learning a lot. This is why it's good having been around. I know that sucked, but just let me have it. Let me have it. Yeah, there's the cut. There's the cut. See, I've been hanging around a lot of guys. All right.
Yeah.
I love my cousin. Yeah. I'm trying to learn some Be More shit. Okay.
Y'all know what a bip is?
What's a bip?
A bip is a haircut. Damn, that boy, oh my god. Damn. And then like bip is like, it's BIP, don't get it messed up. It's BIP, a bip. Like a bip is a haircut. A bip can also mean like you're driving and like you cutting in and out of traffic, you be like, I'm bipping.
I do not bip. Well.
Bro, I was like 20 minutes late to my haircut appointment. Bro, I ain't saying nothing. I was going, I was moving.
What do you want for Christmas?
What do I want?
Yeah. All right, think on that.
That's a good question.
Okay. See, it's always good to have family around. You're always learning something new. Okay, being back with the community always makes me feel whole again. I think so too. It's corny, but
Wow.
yeah. Pretty smile. Thank you.
You said what?
Are you on the phone while I'm on a live stream? The disrespect.
I'm
Who's that? You're very pretty. It's his girlfriend. Tell her I think she's pretty. He don't got me. Confidence oh yeah, this is my new worst habit since weight loss, is I don't drive like this, but I literally sit with my leg up now. I didn't know I could do this and I accidentally did this. Like sometimes I don't want to be bad, but sometimes I do drive like this. It's just like comfy. So I was like, whoa, I didn't even know I could do that. Anyway, how old is he? He is 18. I had a custodial account for him. I don't even know if I could keep putting money in it now that he's 18. Or do I have to like give it over? I don't think so. I think I can still put money in his account. All my little cousins, I invest money for them because my family's just a little old school and they don't really believe in crypto. They don't believe in like stock trading for children. So I have all my cousins like a little custodial account. But he turned 18 in September and it's an auto deposit. So I'm wondering if it's still been depositing since he turned 18. And then do I have to give it to him? I'm wondering if I can just like hold it till he's 25. I know I probably can because I could probably put it in a trust and he won't touch it till later. Anyway. Okay, give him a gift card to a bib spot. I don't know what that means. He looks and seems young. He is young. He's in college. He just finished his first semester. I picked him up at 7 in the morning. His flight was at 4:20 this morning. It was crazy. Confident, yeah. I love him. He's so sweet. Yeah, so we have him. His older brother is the one who passed last year. And then he has a younger brother named Jaden. I think we're going to go pick him up. He said he was hungry. Oh, haircut spot. He don't even pay for his hair. I'm not getting him no gift card there. I do need to get him something, though. My little cousins are so hard. They used to be easy when they were just in the games. But now they're older, right? They're 18. So it's like, what do you really want? So it's another term we use for haircut in Baltimore. Yeah. Yeah, I'm learning. I mean, I don't want to say I've never been here. I did spend my first 3, but I was 0 to 3. I spent my first couple of years of life in Baltimore. And then I've been here, like, again, before COVID, I was staying out here like 6 months a year. So it's been like, this part's been home, but I'm really discovering the city or discovering not just the city, but the area. as an adult. It's different. Like yesterday I was in DC, and I passed my old office building when I worked for State Department, and I was like, it didn't even feel the same. Like it felt, I don't know, it's just different. It's just different to go back to places you've been or worked and been like, you're in a different place in life. So it's really cool. Give them an experience, maybe a little trip. You know, I thought about that when I picked him up this morning. I was like, do you want to do something? And he was like, what? Jordy, can you go grab my purse and we'll go get lunch? Can you grab my purse? It's the brown one on the chair in the bedroom. No, it's in my room on the chair. Thank you. All right. Yeah, so I asked him if he wanted to go skiing this morning. We used to go skiing every year, and we don't ever since my cousin passed, or his older brother passed away. So I just kind of want to, I don't know if it's I think it's too emotional for my aunt. So, but if they like it, right? So maybe not take my aunt. I'll offer to take her, but I know that's something they enjoy. They enjoy snowboarding. I like skiing. So I asked him today if he wanted to go skiing, and he didn't really give me an answer, but I'll ask again. Maybe he did. It was early. It was literally 7 in the morning. It was 6:45 when I picked him up. So I think so too. Like last time he was here for Thanksgiving, I took him and his brother go-karting. First of all, it was so expensive to go go-karting, like $300 some. I was like, how do people afford this? Like, I don't even want to afford this. It's crazy. And then like for just like an activity to do with your kids, like I've been thinking about kids too a lot lately, and I'm like, it's expensive. I saw this guy with like 4 of his children on a flight, and I'm like, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tickets you had to buy. Like, it's not cheap. So I definitely get the appeal of road trips because it's much more economically good. Haircut, I'm West Baltimore. Florida loves you. I do like Florida. I was just in Florida, Miami. I'm supposed to go to Jacksonville. I have not. I'll probably be in Jacksonville in March. Your dad's side is from Baltimore? Yes. Yeah, they were military, so they're kind of all over. But my grandpa on my dad's side is from Baltimore, so is my grandma. And then they all kind of like ended up back here after the military. But some of them ended up in San Antonio, but most of them came back here. Hi, South Africa. Okay, let's see. I'm 17. My parents will still have access to my account at 18. No, I'm wondering if I could still like put money in. Hey, can you call your brother?
Yeah, I tried.
You tried?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't answer?
I little nigga don't be answering the phone.
Just call him one more time. Tell him we're going to eat.
I tried. Yeah.
Tell him we're going to go eat. Thank you. You locked up the house? Okay. On Route 40, go-kart is a little cheaper than that. Yeah. How much was our go-kart? It was expensive. It was like 3 something.
Bro, Route 40 is outside. Pulaski Highway's outside.
You know, okay, yesterday I told your grandmother. I was like, oh, I'm just going to go to DC real quick. She's like, you can't just go to DC real quick. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I did. I definitely just zipped up there real quick. Okay. Okay. Hair and drive. Okay. What's happening?
And you only driving in circles at
I'm allergic to peanuts.
For real?
Yeah.
That's sickening.
It's sad. I used to love Snickers, yo. I don't even like candy. I wanted candy in the airport last month, and I got those little Skittles, the wild berry. I was like, these are disgusting.
What?
Yeah, they don't even hit the same no more. They do not hit the same. Okay.
That is wild.
Jacksonville is totally different. More like Georgia. I want to go to Charlotte. Look up a place to eat and we'll go. What time is it? 4? I have a video due by like 5 o'clock. What time is it?
3:42.
Yikes. What are you doing? I love my cousins because they're more like brothers, and I get to just irritate them my whole life. This little kid, when he was 3 years old,
Chill, bro. Chill. You about to draw on chill.
Alright, he had this PS PlayStation, my favorite story, and Ratatouille had just come out. And this little boy at 3 years old was like, I got you. I was like, can you teach me how to play that? He's like, I got you. It was the cutest thing. You were so cute. You want to see? Say hi. Say hi. Look on Groupon for activities. Oh, do you want to go skiing? I forgot your answer this morning.
I mean, I really got no problem with that.
Like, would that be something that you enjoy?
Skiing? No.
Or snowboard. Yeah, snowboard. So I'm a ski. I'm be slick on the slopes. So.
It's so hard to ski.
Was that your girlfriend?
Kinda loud, bro.
Yo, did you see?
Kinda loud.
I didn't know if you had a girlfriend or not. Did you see Northwest? on her live stream with Kim Kardashian. It was the funniest thing. She's
I saw it
she's
on
like,
Twitter.
North, you're not allowed.
I saw it on Twitter.
But the way it cut off, I feel like she cut the internet off or something. She was like, no. Okay.
Maybe I'm gonna go eat sushi. I don't really like sushi like
I
that.
feel like we eat Japanese food a lot. Last time we went to Hibachi.
Yeah, that was trash.
Did you call your brother again?
No.
One more time. Just try one more time.
I don't.
Yeah, I've been literally live streaming for like 75 minutes. It's wild.
Be answering the phone.
He answers my phone calls. I'm that cousin. Sush. There's this place called Curry and Spice in Owings Mills. And it's the best Indian food I've ever had in my life. I just had Indian. I don't want Indian.
Pass.
Have
you had that Peruvian chicken place?
No, the one you're in Owings Mills by Safeway? Yo, your dad always talks about it. He's like, it's so good.
It's alright.
Is that a rat? Oh, I thought the squirrel was a rat. Yo, I learned about DC rats last night.
Bro.
The little guy was under the car. I was like, yo, that's crazy. All right. Well, any food suggestions before we go?
For real, bro.
Okay, here's what I don't want. Indian or Thai, because I've had so much of that the last week. No, I don't like pizza. I don't like burgers. I don't like French fries. So that's dead. That can't happen.
Bro, what you want, like Chick-fil-A or something?
No, but I just found out I could have Chick-fil-A. I thought because I was allergic to peanuts, I couldn't eat it. But they said
because of peanut oil.
no. But they said that oil is fine. It's they take out the allergy. And I got my EpiPen. What about empanadas? You like empanadas?
What, like beef patties? Is that what it is?
That's like the Jamaican version, but yeah, like more of like Colombian version or something.
Just give me a second. Just keep watching.
All right, go on Yelp. Jamaican food does sound lit. There's this soup. Okay, there's this little place in the barrio of Miami, and there's this little Jamaican shop, and they have the best soup. Nikki Allure put me on, and she took me to this place, and it's like the best soup. It has like meat and potatoes and carrots, and it just warms your soul. I'm supposed to make Thai soup. I gotta thaw the chicken. Anyway.
What, tonight?
No, not tonight. No. Okay. Anyway, y'all, I'm just shooting the shit now. I'm just living my real life. I feel like we answered any questions. If you're free to go. Thank you. Class is dismissed. Boring. This is why I like the vlog channel. Because the vlog channel, I literally do what we're doing now, like with no intention and just talk. Yeah. But this is my main channel, so I feel like it should be like more, oh my gosh, this is happening, but life is just chill sometimes. I do have a video due at 5, but it's due 5 o'clock California time. So it's 8 o'clock here. Yeah.
Oh, it ain't nothing. Like,
everyone's saying seafood. You like seafood?
Yeah.
What's a good seafood spot?
That's a great question.
Yelp it. Okay, I don't like to take the heads off shrimp. So
you just eat it?
No, I don't want to touch it.
Oh, I was about to
That's
say.
why I only do it on dates and then have my date do it. Life hacks with Stella. No, I think it's fun. My energy's calmer now. Maybe because the sun's going down. Crab cakes, dummy. Someone said dummy. I feel like a local. Crab cakes sound good. My aunt makes salmon cakes. Those are flame. She gave me this when she went to like
Where'd she go?
Africa or something, but she got me this when I was like 8. Oh, where'd she go today?
Yeah, I was about to say.
She had to go to volunteer, and then she went to the mall to go Christmas shopping.
What rental she got?
She has a Jeep, but she's returning it Friday, but I leave to Texas, so she's just going to use my car when I'm gone. I told her to take it. I was going to stay in Texas for 2 weeks, but I'm only going to stay for 1. It's wild. Pupusas sound good, too. But pupusas fill me up. The corn meal. I got to be careful with stuff like that with surgery. Like, I can eat it. I do allow myself to eat it, but it doesn't make it worth it because I get full. All I had today was my iced coffee. I'm not shit. This is my horrible habit. I had iced coffee today. Oh, I went to this little Jewish bakery in Pikesville, and I had 1/4 of a bagel. It's upstairs if you want to have. It was so good. But that's all I've eaten. I need to eat for real.
Like what type of bagel?
It's a jalapeno bagel with cream cheese. But it's literally like so good. Can only eat a little bit though. Why they put so much cream cheese on it up here? I noticed that in Philadelphia. That's wild. Okay. All right. I guess we're boring. We have nothing to talk about. Did you find someone to eat?
Bro, I almost got in like 2 accidents.
I told them that you had your license for 3 months and gotten 4 accidents.
It's not 4, it's 3. 3.
Then you had your license for 4 months and gotten 3 accidents?
I had my license for like almost a year.
No.
A year.
Anyway, this kid just said he almost got in 2 more accidents. Yo, I love that we look back at videos like this. You're gonna watch this in 3 years and be like, wow, I look so different. That's why I like that video. I have a Khalil. So we can just go back and be like, yo, we were trying Taco Bell. That shit's crazy.
Bro, it ain't nothing to eat, bro.
Do you want to go somewhere, like a different city?
Bro, what?
Philadelphia's an hour and a half away.
Bro, what?
I feel like we have
I'm
nothing.
tired of being in Pennsylvania, I'm gonna be honest.
Is that Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Philadelphia. Oh, yeah. Go back to school.
Like being right back in